surprised, though, that you like immediately dug into a nice heaping scoop of existentialism, because I heard that you're a really big fan of like Camus and Sartre and Vonnegut.
Sartre?
Is that how you say it? Listen, I'm an idiot.
Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre. Yeah.
Oh, wow. My boyfriend's French. I have no fucking excuse.
Oh, man. Do not say that to him. I do love existentialist philosophy and stuff like that.
That's so cool. I have to say, the only Camus I've ever read is The Stranger, and mostly because of that song by The Cure. I was like super into The Cure in high school, and they have literally an entire song about that book called The Stranger.
Yeah, makes sense.
What would you recommend I check out to educate myself a little bit more on the existentialist world of literature?
Well, if you just want to know, like, really what existentialism is, I would recommend reading Jean-Paul Sartre's Defense of Existentialism. It's an essay he wrote.
Okay.
Basically a transcribed speech he did, or a lecture, and it's just a defense of existentialism. It provides what existentialism is and why it's actually a lot more optimistic than people give it credit for. And This is also during a time where, Christianity was really, really big. Like
bigger than it is now, even before the Beatles.
Yeah, bigger than guns, bigger than cigarettes.
Wow, because that's what our country's really based on these days.
Jesus, guns, and cigarettes.
Yeah.
I would recommend Defense of Existentialism by Jean-Paul Sartre. It's a really good one to just kind of get you going. But if you're more of like the anecdotal kind of fictional side of it, you can read Jean-Paul Sartre's Nausea. You can also dive kind of deeper into existentialism with the nihilistic route with like Metamorphosis,
right?
Like Kafka, if you've ever read that one. But that one's pretty dark. It's about a guy whose life sucks, and then he wakes up one morning and he's a cockroach.
Right. Yeah. It's so funny that you bring that up, because I swear to God, someone was just coming up with a roach flavor. Oh, Rocky Roach ice cream flavor.
Rocky Roach. Wow.
Somehow.
I think the story is pretty optimistic despite how dark it is, but Rocky Roach does sound like a flavor they'd serve in it.
It does it's Kafka-esque.
All right, so someone says, are there any female existentialist writers? There are. Simone de Beauvoir is a big one. She came up in the same time as like Camus and Sartre in just kind of that French, like...
It sounds so French, honestly. Yeah. Like, honestly, I hear an existentialist diatribe every time my boyfriend is like in a mood. So this makes sense.
Very French. It's very French, and honestly, like kind of very Jewish as well these days, post-Holocaust. After that, a lot of Jews started going towards existentialism because, like, why would God let this happen? But besides going too dark here.
Oh man, we have dug so deep in like the first 5 minutes. I love
this. A conversation about music, right?
I mean, I guess so. Well, here, let's flip it. Do your existentialist readings and your existentialist perspective play into your approach to music? Like, I love that you're covering the brand of your bubbly water too. I love it.
If they want their brand in it, they got to pay me.
Pay for it. They can pay for it. Damn it. Anyway, do you like apply your existentialist perspective to the art of creation? Is there an air of like, well, nothing really matters, so there's no such thing as a mistake? They're all just happy accidents.
Okay, I just want to say one thing real quick. Existentialism isn't that nothing matters.
Okay, correct me. School my ass.
It's that there is no God, so it's and the only thing that really matters is what we say, our actions, self-accountability, and responsibility to each other as a society. So it's not that nothing matters; it's that everything matters in the reality that we are living in.
That makes sense. It's not about a person in the sky or somewhere judging your actions. It's about your neighbor and your loved ones and everyone you meet day to day. Those are the ones in the judgments that matter. That makes sense. I'm an existentialist. Sign me up, bro.
Yeah, there you go. So it does matter. And I would say that it does have an effect on my music. I just find that because I would even say I'm more of an absurdist than an existential.
Okay, I'm following you here too. Talk to me about the difference between absurdism.
Okay. Okay, so existentialism is just kind of like the flat line, like the baseline of the belief. And then there's all these kind of different sects of it, with Kafka and there you go, yes,
yeah.
As
existentialist.
Kafka and Camus and Nietzsche and all those guys and writers and philosophers. But absurdism says that life is so absurd, it is just so bizarre and so random and so haphazard that the only thing there really is radical acceptance of what is happening.
Yeah.
So I would say that sort of falls in line with why I make the music that I make.
Okay.
That everything is so absurd that like these things exist. It's happening. It's happening, right? Happening. That's a new word. I'm going to use that. It's all happening.
It's all happening.
And I read fascinating at the same time as
yes, it is a fascinating conversation. I'm so glad. I wrote down that you were interested in these things, and I was like, gosh, I'm just not really sure how I'm going to be able to work that into the conversation, and you made it so easy.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. Camus, being the absurdist that he is, it's like life is so random and bizarre that the only thing that we can say is, okay, this is what it is. Yeah. And there was a day where he was supposed to travel from one part of France to another. I can't remember the story's exact details. All I know is he had a train ticket and he was going to hop on the train. But then his friend was like, oh, don't take the train. Drive with me. I'll just take you there. I'm going there today. They die in a car accident on the way there.
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Is that how Camus died? Is that what you're telling me?
That's how Camus died, yeah.
Fuck. And that
being the absurdist that he is, he died in the most absolutely absurd and coincidental way. So it's yeah, and so that's an example of nothing happens for any reason at all. But it's not that it doesn't matter. It's just the only reasons that are the ones that you assign it. And so back to my original point is that everything is so bizarre and absurd. Techno exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Music exists, and it can be anything that you want it to be. There's just the possibilities of it are limitless. It's just such a broad-ranging and diverse genre, and I feel like I have such an eclectic taste. I want to just put it all into one thing. If I was in a band, it's like 4 people trying to make one kind of sound or whatever, how many members are in it.
Having to compromise. Really, not being able to just go in every absurd direction that their heart desires in that moment. Yeah,
because I can take from jazz, I can take from world music, I can take from all these other styles of music, obviously, and not just plagiarizing. Obviously, but taking inspiration and building upon what is already there.
Yeah,
which I think is cool that I can just kind of grab and nitpick.
Absolutely, and